Hi Leo, thanks for joining. This is a general reading for April 2019. Thank you for clicking on the video. While I shuffle, please take a moment to settle in with me, tune into the deck, and send your energy over this way. Set up a feedback loop with me between my higher self and your higher self by asking your guides and your wisdom and your higher self to connect with me, so that I can get clear and relevant messages that are especially tailored for you. Okay, let's have a look. Leo, April 2019. Leo, I feel that for some of you at this time you may be going through something a little bit challenging where you may not be feeling very calm or very centered or very grounded in your current situation. You might be dealing with an individual who is potentially a little manipulative, maybe is misleading you with words and giving you an idea of something that they're promising but actually may not be able to fulfill or have no intention of fulfilling, and this is leaving you feeling a little bit confused. That's what I feel in this reading here. There's a confusing energy, there's some pain, there's some uncertainty. Like you have here, look, the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands, both in the reverse position. These cards here in the spread are describing how you see yourself at the moment. So I feel that, and you have, with having this King of Wands at the foundation, and then in this position here describes the energy in your environment. You have both the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords in reverse. And I feel these three cards here are describing a person. I feel like there's a person around you, as I said, who may be manipulative and misleading you with words, promising you things that they have no intention of fulfilling. And maybe on some level you suspect that there's some less misleading energy there, but it feels like there's something about the promise that this person holds for you that you're kind of attached to, and you're allowing this person perhaps to let you get carried away a little bit with some kind of vision of a future or some kind of promise or a fantasy. It feels like a fantasy, to be honest, and that is leading you into it could be potentially leading you into a more difficult situation. But I feel that some of you may be experiencing some difficulty. There's no Pentacles, or there's one Pentacles card here in the outcome position. But I was going to say, I feel like maybe some of you, if you're in a financially difficult situation, this person may be showing up and giving you some kind of promise of hope or help. But I feel that this person shouldn't be trusted. I'm sorry to pass this message on. I'm just reading the cards and the energy as I feel it. If this message is not for you, totally disregard what I'm saying. Turn this video off and go outside for a walk. However, if this reading is for you, there's 3 threes in the reading. Three of Wands is in reverse. Three of Swords is in the outcome position. And you have the Three of Cups here in the hopes and fears. Three of Cups is upright, but I feel like in this situation here, I'm sensing that this could be, again, an indicator that the person that you may be dealing with is not being honest, that they may be pursuing other people behind your back. Like if this is a love interest and this person is showing up in your life and offering you like a future that's really beneficial or hopeful or abundant or promising you all kinds of things, it could be that they are doing this with other people as well, and they have nothing to back it up with. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse in the position of the card coming into this reading. Again, it feels like some kind of situation where it's not clear. There's a lack of clarity in your cards. There's a lack of clarity here. There's a lot of reversals, and a lot of reversals of cards that are a little difficult. At the heart of the reading, you have the Four of Swords in reverse, crossed by the Devil. So there's something here that's not peaceful. There's not a calm in these cards. There's really not a calm, peaceful feeling in these cards. And then this with the Six of Swords crowning the card, crowning the reading in the reverse position. It's like you might be going back to someone. This could be what this is. You might be getting back together with a past lover who may have been dishonest or cheated on you in the past, and for some reason you may be entertaining the idea of getting back together with them. That's what I feel for some of you. For others of you, if this is a new person showing up, they may be making promises that they can't fulfill, but you may not know that yet, but you might have some sensation of that in your intuition. This Three of Swords here in the outcome position is a little disconcerting. With this Six of Swords in the crowning position and this Three of Swords in the outcome, I do feel like I need to pass on a message here that's basically a warning. Like, be aware that you could be getting yourself into a situation with someone that is not healthy, not right for you, and could cause heartache and problems in the future. Wow, really tricky here. Really unsure about these cards here for you, Leo. Now, as I said, hopes and fears, you have the Three of Cups. It's paired with the Nine of Wands here in reverse. I feel like I feel the message here is to let go. It's to let go. Let go of this person and move on and overcome any, like, I feel like there's this energy of this person really dazzling you, really like wowing you and really like spinning you around in like a fantasy, an illusion of some kind of like amazing story that they're spinning. Be careful here, Leo. Really be careful. The outcome cards here, you have Temperance upright with the Six of Pentacles upright. So the feeling that I get here with these cards here is if this story is what it looks like, then you could end up in a situation where you're indebted and bound to somebody in an unhealthy way. Just like this kind of devil energy of like dependency. It's an unhealthy binding. So just be careful. Don't rush into any promises. Don't rush into any contracts now. Definitely don't sign anything right now if someone's offering you, even if this is a job offer. Take your time to really know the details of what you're being offered, because it's not about what's being offered, it's what you are being expected to do that's the problem here. What are you buying into? Just be really careful at this time, Leo. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Swords upright, King of Pentacles upright, and Five of Wands. Interesting. What I feel that this is saying here is that if you're in a vulnerable position for whatever reason, mostly financially, I feel like if you're in a vulnerable position financially, just be careful about offers that you're receiving, because I feel like there's someone in your vicinity that can see an opening for an ability to take advantage of you at this time. And that is the message here, is to be careful of anyone that is making promises to you to help you, to support you, to give you, or take care of you, because they may not necessarily actually be genuine in their offer. Be extra vigilant at this time about clarity of what you sense and feel, and don't allow your vulnerability to be abused by another person. I feel that this 3 of Wands and 2 of Wands in the reverse position here in this part of the spread is suggesting that if you're not sure what to do right now, and this is what this is saying, this is a lack of clarity. Also, this Ace of Swords in reverse as the card coming into the reading. I feel like if you lack clarity at this time, don't feel like you need to rush forward into something. Let yourself have a little bit of time to allow the right kind of energies to kind of fall into place for you to be able to move forward with clarity. Don't rush into any decisions right now, because you could be taking a risk here, and not just putting yourself at risk, but I feel like if there's children involved here, there's also potentially risk for them as well. I don't really mean to be so dramatic here. I'm just reading the energy of the cards, Leo. I hope this message finds you well, and that this information is timely for you. I guess trust what you feel, but overriding your gut instinct out of what might be a desperate situation. Just be really careful here. I feel that that's it. It's a very short reading for you this month, Leo. I'm going to take the Voyager deck now and shuffle to give you a higher octave spread. Hopefully that will provide a little more insight into what's happening on a karmic and spiritual level. Provide insight into how to move forward with the opportunities available to us and the energies that we have in front of us to make the most out of the situation. So while I shuffle, please send your energy over into the deck so that I can get really clear messages for you. Four of Wands reversed, crossed by 6 of Worlds reversed, Tower reversed, 2 of Wands reversed, 2 of Worlds, Emperor reversed, 8 of Wands, 4 of Cups reversed, Sage of Wands, Moon reversed, Woman of Worlds, Sun, 4 of Crystals, and Ace of Worlds. Sorry, Ace of Wands, upright. So, what I feel is here is, it would seem like maybe for some of you, you may be dealing with a breakup at this time where you may find yourself having to move unexpectedly or suddenly. And that could be the situation that you're in. Like if you don't have a place to live and someone's offering you a place to live or some kind of opportunity to kind of be safe. Again, just be careful. There is some positive energies for sure in this reading. Like you have the Sun and the Sage of Wands upright in the position of hopes and fears, which is quite beautiful. It's a very optimistic, hopeful feeling of like things getting better, things improving, things like changing for the better. And possibly that is like if you've been in a difficult relationship and you are suddenly changing your situation, like the Tower there in the reverse position in the crowning cards could suggest like there's a sudden turn of events and things are changing. It's interesting here you have the Moon and the Sun in the top part of the reading. The Moon is in reverse here in the outcome, but I do feel like there's this energy of like reciprocity or correspondence with another person, and you might find yourself like in a position where you're reflected with someone who could be very challenging. You have the Emperor in reverse here in the position of the outcome, opposite of the card called Reflection in the recent past. So I feel that there is something here about like, and here you have 2 4s. So you have 3 4s in your reading and 4 4s including the Emperor. So, and all of these cards are in reverse. So there's the 4 of Cups, 4 of Crystals. At the heart of the reading you have the 4 of Wands, all in reverse. And then this card here called the Emperor, which is from the Major Arcana, also in reverse. So I feel there is some kind of unsettled energy here of like maybe a sudden change of, maybe you are suddenly changing your home environment, your job or your location or your relationship may have become uprooted. Some kind of shift in like what was a stable foundation. It may not have been necessarily that stable. You might have been in a relationship that was potentially difficult or strife-filled. Maybe there could have been some abuse, or you might have been dealing with a partner who has an addiction. But I feel like there is definitely energy here of transition and movement and change. And again, you might find yourself in a situation where someone is offering you help and support, but that person may be actually wanting to take advantage of your vulnerability at this time. So just be very careful of who you accept help from, because you could be finding yourself in a situation where there is a different kind of binding that happens with that person, away from a difficult partnership and into a new situation where there's another kind of imbalance of power, where someone is seeking to take advantage of your vulnerability. So please be very careful. Here we have 8 of Wands with the Ace of Wands, both in upright position. And these cards are in, as I said, the area of the reading where this is how you see yourself at this time. So even though there is this unsettled energy of like transition and movement and uprooting, there's an uprooting energy in the reading. It seems like you feel like this is actually a better situation. This is telling me that you moving on and this unsettled transitional energy is actually better than where you have been. So keep moving forward, Leo. Keep moving forward. Keep digging deep to find the positivity, the fire, the passion, the enthusiasm, the willpower to drive your life forward in the direction that you see is of a betterment, it's of an improvement, and help your life kind of transition into a way where you are being surrounded by people that are of the vibration that you want to be around. So moving out of a situation where you have influences around you that are not the kind of influences that you want. So shifting away from troublesome people, from abusive people, from addictive people, from argumentative people, into circles of people that are much more supportive, heightened energy, emotional intelligence, that kind of thing. Star reversed, Ace of Wands upright, Temperance reversed, and Sage of Worlds upright. So here I feel this is kind of a mixed bag of messages here, but I do feel that you have this, again, even though you may be moving away from a difficult situation, I'm seeing that you see this as a beneficial movement, that even though this transition might be unsettling, and of course uprooting energy is always a little unsettling, you have these 2 aces in the upright position in your reading now. So Ace of Wands and Ace of Worlds, both indicating that you hold in your hand the potential for the new start that you want, and there is a lot of support from the universe for you to make this transition. You have the Star and the Temperance card both in reverse here. So how I'm seeing this is that there may be some there may be some, how do I say that? Like there may be some disappointment over like something not working out. But I'm seeing here that you understand that I'm hearing trial and error. So maybe this is a process of you realizing what doesn't work for you in a situation or in a relationship or in a job or in a whatever. And the energy here is of like, brush yourself off and move on. It might not be easy, but it's better than staying, right? So channeling your fire, your enthusiasm, your passion forward into the next venture, and using the energy of the Temperance card of acceptance and forgiveness and reconciliation in order to let go and move on. You need to just be accepting of what happened, so that you can actually then transition into a new situation and create change for yourself. Acceptance has to come first. And forgiveness as well, it's more about you than the other person. You're not letting someone off the hook by forgiving them. You're simply like allowing them to be in the space that they're in, be in the energy grid that they're in, and it is by you transitioning away and moving forward, you're saying to the universe and to yourself that reflection is not real for you, because there's no trigger for you. That person doesn't need to trigger you anymore, because you don't need that karmic lesson. You already understood, and you're moving forward and moving on away from that kind of energy. And with the Sage of Worlds here, you have the Sage of Worlds in the upright position. You have the Sage of Wands here too. So I'm really happy to see both the Ace and the Sage, the Ace of Worlds and the Ace of Wands, and also the Sage of Worlds and the Sage of Wands. It's telling me that you have the seed, or the seed of potential of a specific thing. And seeing that both of these Sage cards come out here from the same 2 suits is telling me that you have what it takes to execute the vision of that potential. So keep moving forward. Don't give up. Keep channeling that fire energy. Overcome loss and disappointment by accepting the situation and the scenario that as it was, how it was. It's okay. It doesn't have to define you. It doesn't have to dictate where you move forward to from here. You can leave it behind and move forward. Just be careful and determined to clarify and purify your energy field of any residual leftovers from that specific transaction, so that you don't create a similar scenario moving forward from it. You really have to use this time without recapitulating a lot and review and getting stuck in memories. I think it's important to review certain situations in order to glean the necessary information that you need. See it as data mining, right? Like, just take what you need out of the situation, leave all the emotional triggers and emotional reactions to that situation behind, and just take what you need in order to understand how to move forward from here to create a situation that is more in alignment with your authentic self. Okay, Leo, that's the message here. So sun energy is really shining on you here to offer a lot of optimism and support. Again, working with like forgiveness energy, acceptance energy, and then also the visionary energy of the star and of the star card here to kind of like invoke a future that is really more in alignment with the authentic self that you are revealing. Okay, it's about shedding in order to reveal, yeah, and letting go of what doesn't really feel like it's in alignment to create the new. That was kind of a short reading for you, Leo, but I feel that's it for your April transmission. I hope you found that helpful. Thank you so much for your time. It's an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Do hit the notification bell if you'd like to know when new readings are being uploaded, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you if you have. What else? Do watch that again. That was a very succinct and compact reading. I feel like there's a lot of information there, and it's worthwhile to watch it a second time to get everything out of it, and come back to it again at the end of the month for another review to know as events unfold. You might find that elements of this reading will be more relevant at the end of the month. So again, thank you for your time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in next month's reading.